Welcome back to Coin Explorer, friends. Today we begin with one of the most surprising truths in the entire world of coin collecting. A 1942 Lincoln wheat penny, in the absolute highest flawless mint state condition, has reached extraordinary values as high as $199,000, not because every 1942 penny carries such worth, but because a microscopic handful of unbelievably well-preserved museum-quality pieces have survived the past 8 decades in near-perfect brilliance, and this is where the real magic begins. The 1942 wheat penny may look like one of the most ordinary coins ever minted in the United States, but hidden inside its simple copper shine is a storm of history. America entering World War II, metal shortages across the country, minting experiments beginning to reshape the future of U.S. coinage, and millions of coins flowing through the hands of everyday citizens, workers, soldiers, mothers, schoolchildren, factory laborers, and farmers. Yet among these millions, only a tiny number survived untouched, protected somehow from the wear and tear of daily life, preserved in drawers, coin rolls, forgotten boxes, bank bags, and family collections where time itself became their guardian. Now imagine this. A penny so common that people spent it every day without thinking, but a single immaculate example of that same penny, glowing red, radiating pure mint brilliance with razor-sharp details and flawless surfaces, rises decades later and shocks collectors when it enters an auction room and climbs toward the $199,000 mark. This is the incredible dual nature of the 1942 wheat penny. Common in circulation, legendary in perfection. And today, you'll discover exactly why that happens, how it happens, and what makes the finest examples of this wartime coin so unbelievably valuable. The story of the 1942 penny cannot be told without understanding the world that created it. In 1942, the United States was preparing for the full impact of World War II. Copper was being redirected for military ammunition, communication wires, aircraft equipment, and countless war-related materials. Factories were working at maximum capacity. The mint was producing coins rapidly, but in the middle of this chaos, minting standards were inconsistent. Some coins turned out poorly struck or with weak details, while others came out with extraordinary sharpness and clean surfaces. This contrast created the foundation for rarity. Among millions of average coins, only a tiny number emerged with exceptional quality. These few became the holy grails that collectors chase today. But quality alone doesn't explain the six-figure value. The second force behind the $199,000 phenomenon is survival. Most 1942 pennies circulated for years, passing from pocket to pocket, getting scratched, darkened, damaged, worn down, and eventually thrown into jars. But a few, just a microscopic few, escaped circulation entirely. Imagine a full mint roll sealed in 1942 and never opened again, sitting untouched in a drawer for 80 years. Imagine a collector in the 1940s who saved only the sharpest, deepest red examples. Imagine a bank bag stored away and forgotten for generations. These conditions created the rare survivors, coins that remain today in mint state 67, mint state 68, and in some cases, the top pop category, meaning no other known example is graded higher. And when a top pop coin appears at auction, wealthy collectors, investors, and institutions begin a bidding battle that pushes the price higher and higher until it enters elite six-figure territory. Now add the third factor: errors. The year 1942 produced a variety of fascinating mint errors that collectors love: double die obverse errors, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, lamination flaws, and even a few mysterious planchet anomalies caused by wartime metal usage. These errors can multiply the value dramatically, especially when found on high-grade examples. For example, a 1942 penny with a strong double die obverse, bright red color, and mint state 67 plus grade becomes a treasure that collectors fight over. Error combinations with near-perfect preservation are so rare that they often surface only once in several decades. This rarity fuels the dramatic auction spikes that push certain examples near or above $199,000, and then comes eye appeal, the beauty factor. A 1942 penny with full red luster, smooth surfaces, glowing copper brilliance, no visible scratches, no blotches, and razor-sharp wheat details is infinitely more desirable than a dull or brown piece. In fact, two coins with the same grade can have very different values if one looks more beautiful than the other. Collectors don't just buy a grade, they buy beauty, shine, originality, and perfection. And this pursuit of beauty is one of the biggest reasons why a certain class of these coins skyrockets in value. Design also plays a powerful role. The 1942 wheat penny features the iconic Abraham Lincoln portrait, calm, thoughtful, and symbolic of American strength during difficult times. The reverse displays two classic wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum above. This design, beloved by collectors, represents the United States at a pivotal moment in history. The wheat ears symbolize growth and resilience, while the portrait honors leadership and unity. This design remained unchanged from 1909 to 1958, making the wheat penny series one of the most collected and admired coin series in American history. The 1942 edition holds special importance because it was one of the last full copper pennies before the change to steel pennies in 1943. This transition year status makes it especially desirable. A closing chapter of an era, collectors also value the three different mints that produce the 1942 penny: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. While all can be valuable in high grades, San Francisco coins often display beautiful strikes, and Denver coins sometimes carry rare repunched mint mark varieties. Philadelphia coins, especially in flawless red mint state 68, have stunned the market with shockingly high auction results. Each mint has its own story, its own die varieties, and its own unique population of survivors. Now let's talk about discovery. Many high-value 1942 pennies are found unexpectedly, in old inherited boxes, estate sales, vintage jars, antique shops, forgotten safes, and dusty drawers that no one has opened for decades. Some come from original sealed rolls opened in modern times for the very first time, revealing a treasure of untouched red gems. Others are pulled from long-forgotten bank bags stored away during the 1940s. The thrill of these discoveries is one reason collectors love this hobby, because the next treasure could appear anywhere. So if you have a 1942 penny, here's what to look for. Brilliant red color, RD, sharp details, full wheat lines, no scratches under magnification, no wear, full luster, and strong strike quality. Also check for mint errors, doubling off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, or anything unusual. Certified grading is essential for high-value coins. PCGS and NGC are the gold standard. If your coin appears flawless, certification is the only way to unlock its true value. And this brings us back to the heart of the story. The 1942 wheat penny is not just a coin. It is a piece of American history, a symbol of wartime strength, a survivor of generations, and a reminder that extraordinary beauty can emerge from the simplest objects. It is a coin that proves that the tiniest details, the shine, the strike, the preservation, the color, can transform a 1-cent piece into a 5- or 6-figure masterpiece. And in the rarest, most extraordinary cases, these coins have stunned the world by climbing toward that unbelievable $199,000, proving once again that even the humblest penny can become a legendary treasure. And who knows, maybe the next extraordinary discovery is already in someone's hand, waiting to be recognized. Thanks for watching.